Have you seen the Smartest Dumb People podcast?
You. Are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever. The Smartest Dumb People podcast cover everything. With Anthony That Dude Johnson and special guests, you're about to learn everything you need to know about everything you need to know. Man, I even had to buy a new pair of glasses after watching the show. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all do it on Facebook, Instagram. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. So stop wasting your time watching other podcasts. It's the only one you need.
Y'all know what it is. It's the Smartest Dumb People.
Hey, yo, what's up? Have you seen the Smartest Dumb People podcast?
You. Are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever.
Yo, what's up? At the hottest podcast in the city, the Smartest Dumb People. I'm here with my nigga, That Dude Johnson. You know what I'm saying? We go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is. It's the Smartest Dumb People.
See, man, when you get that type of money, he literally single with other people. So, like, this is a story.
This is the best podcast in the city.
Thank you.
I'm not pandering.
You know what I'm saying? And they take vocals and, script and they start living on Tupac. You're a real hustler, huh? That's pretty neat. Into it.
But I also met
They know she likes to go outside, play soccer by herself. We have
More than enough female.
make sure I want to change it like Snoop Dogg. He's an icon in all facets of life.
The most biggest icon in the world.
But
I feel like they cheat stupid. They gonna get caught. Yeah, they cheat with their dick like we cheat with our mind. I feel like women.
no more. But before I let you explain that, I want to show a little clip of a little monster.
I'm on Pandora, YouTube. I'm on the students and everybody. Carl.
I'm trying to find.
It is what it is. Finally, we went to White the Pimp.
There's two cats. No, you can hustle them anyway. There's two cats in high school.
This is the coldest fucking thing that's going on. These the realest niggas out
Yeah, you already know.
Like for real, like this.
God, I go off the mentality of the woman, and I know if I know my woman. Smart dummy. Let's go. Welcome. This is the Smartest Dumb People, and I'm the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. And always gonna be somebody at the table with me. Today we got Burl T in the building. What's going on, Burl?
What's up, man?
Hey man, we back at it. We back at it like crack at it. It's been how long? 3 weeks. We was gone for 3 weeks. So
Too long, man. Too long.
Carl, you had like 4 jobs. I got really sick. A lot of people don't know this, but I said I'm gonna be transparent on my show and explain myself. I got really sick one weekend. I just fucking partied too hard and I wind up getting like alcohol poisoning. And I was down for like 6 days. I was so sick, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't think I was gonna make it out of that, dog. I ain't never been so sick in my life to the point where I couldn't eat for like 6 days. So I was just drinking like chicken broth and drinking Gatorades. I couldn't even talk on the phone because the side effects that they gave me with the meds, I was hiccuping really bad. So we couldn't do a show even if I wanted to because I couldn't talk. I am 100% healthy. I am blessed. And thank God for everything that happened to me. I think everything happens for a reason. It was a lesson learned in that situation. Shout out to our sponsors today. Shout out to Family Over Everything. They sponsored us. They gave me this nice little Family Over Everything whole sweatsuit. They also are having an event. The event is November 27th. They got DJ Luke Nasty. He gonna be in the building, and they're gonna have a family party. It's gonna be basically everybody kicking it, food. As far as I know, it's supposed to be food, alcohol, good times. November 27th. Ain't November 27th actually Thanksgiving?
I think it's the 28th.
Okay, yeah. But shout out to Luck, man. Always looking out. This is the second jumpsuit he done gave me, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I like this one a lot. Luck. I appreciate you. Let me take this shit off. Y'all gotta see my arms. I've been working out. Y'all gotta see how motherfucking buff I've been looking.
You looking slim.
I'm looking symptomatic. I didn't eat for 6 days.
You sound good though. You sound good because when we was talking on the phone, you ain't sound that hot. You sound good though. Sound good. I'm glad you back to 100%. And salute to that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you take care of your health for sure.
Oh yeah, I learned. Like I said, I learned a valuable lesson, man, and it taught me that I ain't 30 no more. I ain't 30 no more, and you know, drinking as much alcohol as I want to for fun, just because it's the weekend, it almost cost me my life. And I say this, I haven't had
Your
a
life?
yeah, it almost cost my life. I haven't had a drink in 3 weeks. I do plan on drinking for special occasions, so I won't take that away from myself. But I will.
Salute to that. Salute to that.
Yeah.
I said salute to you not having a drink for 3
I
weeks.
haven't.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, I haven't. So I plan on having one for Thanksgiving and things like that. But I'm not going to ever overdo it again in life, man. I damn near lost my life behind that shit. You ready to get to the topics?
I'm ready.
Before we do that, how was your week, man?
My week was cool, man. I ain't do nothing exciting. You know what I'm saying?
Your 3 day, your
Try
3
to spend
week,
some time.
your 3 week vacation.
Yeah, I try to
Man.
spend some time. I try to. What you say? My vacation?
Yeah, your 3 week vacation from the smartest dumb people. How was your time off?
I mean, it was cool. I had got back from Panama. You know, I had a great time when I was out there. I went and learned about the Panama Canal, which is a very interesting thing. A lot of money involved with the Panama Canal. A lot of ships and things go through there and make a lot of money dealing with that. It was very interesting, very educational.
Where was you?
Very. I was in Panama.
What's that?
And Panama is a country. It's connected to. It's on the same island as a Costa Rica. And Panama Canal is where all the ships, where this is where all the clothes, all the cargo, everything goes through the Panama Canal, and
Okay.
it's down in the Caribbean. You know what I mean? It was nice. It was nice, fun, good time.
Well, we back at it, man. Let's get to the show. First topic: Chicago mom was walking her kid home. Her kid has been bullied by these kids, so she decided to pick her kid up so her kid couldn't be bullied. Her kids, and the kids wind up jumping the mom and the little kid. Let's watch the clip, man. This is again graphic. I do want to warn you, this is graphic. We do not promote violence, condone violence. We just want to show the clip so we can have the conversation. Make sure you like and share. We'll be right back with y'all.
Come on, boy. Shamar looking at. Shamar. Come here. What you want, Shamar, foot? Shamar, foot. What you want, Shamar? Shamar looking at. Come on. Look at them ankles, boy. Shamar looking at. Julia. Bitch. Hey, foot, don't touch my brother, foot.
Oh, hell no, those ankles ashy as fuck.
Look at them bitches, bad crackhead. Other bitches, Mari. What's that? Oh my God, the little kids in them, not the big kids. The big kids not touching them. I'm saying the little kids would snatch that bitch on my brother. Damn! Crack! Damn! Hey, fool, let my homie go. Let my motherfucking homie go. Beat his ass, yo! Damn! They working it! Damn! Oh my God!
Just to jump on. So I asked my kids to come to the next side of the street with me, so they wouldn't get jumped. So we kept walking. They followed us.
All right, so that's the actual clip, man. And I'll be the first to say it was very disturbing and sad and disgusting, to be honest with you. And it also showed you what we have in store for the future. Carl, what do you think about that clip?
I think that was disheartening. I hated to see that, you know, and it made me think that we lack in religion. You know what I mean? Within our households, we don't have no biblical presence or no moral belt line to, you know what I'm saying? Like that's obvious that was wrong on the kid's part, you know. I don't even really know what to say. Obviously the kids need mentors. I mean, we got to just do better at our culture. We just got to do better. That was very disheartening.
Well,
You know.
I think kids aren't being disciplined anymore. I think probably about fucking 50 episodes ago, I was talking about how I never whoop a child again. But all I seen in that video was kids that need their ass beat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not one that, as a parent, condones whooping your child, but those kids, in my personal opinion, need their ass whooped. Or they need to be in some scared straight program. They had no respect for authority or their elders. And I remember I told you I was on the phone today when I was talking to you and I almost cried because our parents are a superhero. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my mom used to pick me up from school, even when she had she had the chicken pox and she had a bump on her nose. My mom would pick me up with her coat on like this from school. I couldn't imagine kids walking home with my mom and them kicking and hitting my mom, man. That to me, that's like so traumatic for a child and the mother. Somebody said my mic keep cutting off. That's so traumatic for the child and the mother. It was very disheartening to watch. Yeah, our kids need more discipline and, like you said, mentors. But it starts with us, though, like you said.
No, it just makes me want to step up because I think that I can have an influence, you know what I mean, on the youth. I just think that, you know, it's time, you know what I mean? When you come up and you've been through what you've been through, you definitely need to give back. And because I consider myself make it. I ain't went to prison. I ain't have to go through none of that. So, you know, it's time for me to just step it up and just give back to the youth. So me watching that is giving me confidence and giving me the attitude to want to help the youth, man, because I think that that's all it is. Like you say, do what you say. Hurt people, man, and that's what I think it's all about.
Yeah, and
people just be hurt.
You said something really dope today when we was on the phone. And this is the first time I heard you speak from the light of you can give back instead of being so stubborn and focused on being so selfish. Not to put your business out there, but I'm saying, like, I like what you said because it kind of gave me chills. Because that's all I ever wanted. Like, that's all I ever wanted to be. Like, so where we come from, we shouldn't have made it this far. We had friends die at 13 years old, 14 years old, homies dying at 18 years old, 21 years old, homies in prison, homies in jail. Me and you hustled our whole lives, and we still out here to live to tell about it. But to me, that's our superpower. Now it's time for us to give back to the community the best way we can by knowing that we used to be a part of the parasites. Whether you want to believe it or not, I tell people all the time, I feel like I'm a small dose of the antidote to help the hood because I came from that environment. And how do you create a antidote?
Not only did you come from the environment, for me, speaking for myself, I actually appreciate that environment because I believe that it could make one or two things. It could either build a person with good character or it could create a monster. You know what I mean? So, you know, if we could bridge that gap and we could turn that monster into a person that has good character and integrity and carry itself in the community and take that seriously, I mean, I think we can make a difference. Absolutely. You know?
Shout out to you for saying that, cuz you spot on. And I like what Aerosol says. They said the parents are failing these kids. That's another thing that, like, I don't think parents are being held accountable. You having these kids, this is what's happening. You having these kids with no type of structured home, no type of parental guidance, and then you're just letting them fend for themselves in the world with cell phones and the internet. And then you see the chaotic mess that we see. And like you said best, we need to get back to churches. This is the thing about church. I fucking hate churches. But the structure that came with it, teaching you about good and evil, it did have a positive impact on people. So if
Well, it holds you accountable. That's the beautiful thing about anything. You could have a family member that holds you accountable. It's all about respecting whether you respect uh the organization or even a family member. Like, because that's what it is all about. We holding each other accountable. It got to a point where we criticize so much that it becomes judgmental. You know what I mean? And it's a misunderstanding there. And I don't know how we could get back all on the same page. And if I'm judging you, my brother, that's only because I want to see you do better, not
then
because
how do
I
you get
want to
back
be
on the
better than you.
how do you get back on the same page is you stop convincing yourself that your brother is out to get you. So with me and you, this is what I love about me and your relationship. And I was telling Savio this the other day. Me and Carl been best friends since we was like 9 years old. No bullshit. Our
Not
mom,
only best friends, we family though too.
yeah,
That's an added pressure too as well.
yeah. Well, our moms are sisters, but I told Savio, I said me and Carl literally was like best friends all the way up until like we was 21 years old. Which I mean, obviously we grew up and we still was super tight, but we had our own best friends and our own cliques and shit like that. But
Yeah,
you still was my big brother. So, but what
right.
I like about our relationship now, we do talk from a place of I can't just be your yes man, just like you are. You always been that motherfucker. But for me, I can't be your yes man. I can't agree with you when I think you're doing some sucker shit. I can't agree with you when I think that you making the wrong moves on how you moving at all. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where it starts is holding your friends accountable. I had a conversation with this young lady and I was telling her, like, I know what you want me to say, and I don't want to say that because that's not how I feel. And if I feel like you, this is a red flag, and I feel like you should focus on this, then that's what it is. I don't have the time to sit and tell my friends that I love something they want to hear. I'm only gonna tell
Well,
you what.
that's the difference between talking and communication. That's communication. You feel me? Like when you communicate, you could solve a lot of things, a lot of different things. You know, communication is the key to a lot of things, relationships, friendships, whatever else. You know.
I like what was said in the comments. Somebody said if I was one of those parents, I would have made my child apologize, go cut their grass, do some chores, earn some money to buy basically them dinner. And and that's where you take accountability to the max. These
Eh,
kids need to be held accountable and not only apologize to this young lady and her child, but also, like they said, do something nice for them to show that you are empathetic. Because like I'm telling you, man, we are living in dark times. And I hate to sound like a pastor or something like that, but we have to get back to being kind to one another. And when I see shit like that, it breaks my heart because all I can think about is if that was my mother and she was protecting me, or if that was my kid, like I would go to jail for murder. And yes, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I would have strangled out all of those kids with my bare hands if they'd have did that to my daughter and her mom. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what the links another person is willing to go to either. I got a best friend right now in jail for murder. You don't never know what a motherfucker is willing to do. And when your kids put you in that situation, now your life could be in danger, your kids' life could be in danger. You have to teach your kids respect. And I'm very humbled by this. My son is my children are very respectful because I always corrected them anytime they got slick with an adult, anytime they said something smart to their auntie, anytime they said something smart to their grandma. I was like, don't talk to your fucking grandma like that ever. I would pull them aside and say, your grandma loves you with her whole soul. You can't talk to your
Well,
grandma.
I think that's what I think is more important: communicating with your children and having understanding with your children. It's everything is a teachable moment. I do believe that word is called habilitation. When you're teaching somebody in the moment, every time that's why I like habilitation as opposed to discipline. As far as because I realize when I'm trying to be a disciplinary towards my child, it really don't work out for me well because I only discipline like my granny, and you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know if that was necessarily the right thing.
Shout out
Her
to our
behavior
shout
was
out
the
to our
right
guest
thing.
Shout out to our guest co-host that was supposed to be sitting right here. I don't know. She wired up in the comments. It was like fucking magic. She said, "Lucky the mom did have that thing on her because it could have ended badly." Shay, where the hell you at? Oh yeah, that's a good comment, Shay. I really like what you said. I agree with that. Carl, what do you think about what Shay just said?
I think that
I was joking.
I wanted to start the conversation off with that, to be 100 with you.
Carl,
I wanted to start the conversation, but I'm trying to be politically correct. I didn't want to start it off with the violence, but of course that's because I'm gonna be honest with you. I keep the burner on me, man. I'm telling you this right now. You know what I'm saying? I think we got something we got to discuss that leads into this. You know what I'm saying? But I keep the thing on me, dude. Like literally, like so. Do I want to pull my pistol out on some kids? No, absolutely not.
Are you gonna shoot a child?
Huh?
Are you gonna shoot a child?
No, that's what I'm saying. They might be aggressive.
I was
That might not even be necessary for me to do to pull the pistol out because what if one of the little kids grab it and then it's a free for all? Then we on some cowboy. We in a cowboy situation, a stare down. You know what I mean? Like so.
Shout out to Shay. I'm sorry if you thought it was 8 o'clock. It's supposed to be 7. I apologize. My apologies. I'm glad that it was a topic.
Shout out Shay.
Misunderstanding, huh?
I said shout out Shay.
Yeah, we need you up here immediately, whenever expeditiously. Come next Tuesday, we'll continue. Let's get to shout out to Marquez. Marquez is never in the building. Marquez says, "My grandma always told me, a disobedient child will not live out their days." Shit, grandma was wise. Grandma was wise. I totally agree. Let's see.
Shout out to the grannies. We love the grannies. Anybody that's still a granny, we salute. We love it. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you, grannies. For real.
All right, let's get to the next topic. It's only right that we discuss this now because you was talking about having a burner on you. You was talking about having a burner on you. Young black man comes out and say he load his gun every day for just black people. Y'all got to hear this shit. Because as mind-blowing as it is to hear, there's a lot of fucking truth to this. Let's watch the clip. We'll be right back with y'all.
Bro, y'all wanna know what's crazy? And it may sound a little crazy for real coming from a black person, but I literally load my gun every single day for black people. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't walk out the house and be like, oh, this white man finna kill me. This Mexican finna kill me. You know, not that they can't, you feel me? Because nobody's exempt from doing stupid shit, but it's just like, bro, like, black people is what I'm loading my gun for every single day. Because I'm playing defense. I don't go out and start problems. I don't go out and say that I'm better and thinking I'm better than the people who feel me. Because there's other people that got the same shit I got with buttons on there. You feel me? So I'm not like that at all. But like, I literally load my gun every single day for black people. You feel me? Because, you know, white people and Mexicans and all them, they not on the stupid shit that black niggas on. You walk in a room full of white people, they gonna be like, oh, hey, I'm Bob, I'm Carl. You know, black niggas, you walk in the motherfucking room, they looking like they already got a problem with you. And nigga, this is my first time ever seeing your existence. What the fuck? Do that make sense? Like, we already have a problem, and I just walked in the room. I ain't even look at you yet, gang. You staring at me as soon as I come in. You already like you want to off me just because what I look like. It be so crazy, bro. Like, why the fuck are black people like this? You feel me? Like, I don't get it. I literally load my gun every single day for black people. You feel me? Because I'm not expected to die from a white person or a Mexican or any other race other than black person, if we're being completely honest. I'm just being for real.
All right, so that's the actual clip, cuz. What do you think about it?
Well, what I think about it is I honestly think that he totally out of line because if you carrying a gun, you should be aware of every individual that you're around because according to the statistics, if we talking about mass shootings, it ain't black people you need to worry about. I think you need to worry about Europeans. I think they're the ones that go off and kill innocent people for no reasons. Black people, when they usually have a target or a op or enemy or whatever it may be, they usually have somebody in mind. We don't just go do senseless acts. For you to say that you toting around a pistol for black people, it is just asinine to me, and it's totally out of line. Like that ain't why I carry my weapon. It ain't for black people. It's for anybody that I feel like my life is on the line, and I have to protect myself. It ain't no way that I'm doing that because it's you. Matter of fact, I'm comfortable because I know how to move. You know, my thing is I know how to be black, and I'm gonna keep saying this.
You're not. I'll say this, cuz you're not wrong. But the young man is not wrong. A lot of us carry, and this is the truth. A lot of people don't carry weapons. Like with my ex, I used to force her to carry her gun. She didn't understand why, because she was white. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't understand. Like, to me, I felt like there was danger everywhere. It wasn't necessarily about being black. It wasn't necessarily, but I take that back. Being black is what's dangerous. So
On my mama.
so when I say I'm not loading my gun for black people, I'm loading my gun because being a black man, I have to protect myself at all times and protect myself at all costs. So with that being said,
Great.
I carry a weapon to protect myself. Now, as I said,
Absolutely.
a lot of other cultures like Mexicans, white people, as he was speaking on, they don't have to carry weapons. You know what I'm saying? But they also ain't been through the struggle we've been through, and they also don't have to go through what we got to go through every time we walk
That's
outside.
not true. That's not true. A lot of people carry weapons. I'm in the state where it's open carry. I'm talking about when I first got here. I was listen. Always been able to carry a pistol, but the open carry law is kind of like odd to me because you're literally walking around like the cowboy days. And I'm talking about when I literally went to Walmart. This is why I said that was ignorant that the guy said that is because when I was in Walmart, it was a lot of Caucasians that had, I'm talking about long joker joints, 44s that they probably shoot an apple off your head. They like, you know what I'm saying? We just need to be, and it's a lot of black people that are military trained, and we just need to train ourselves better and just be better at, like, this ain't about
Oh,
my people,
I
I
like what Shay
promise you.
said. I like what Shay said. She said his world is small. He's still hood minded. So I think
Yeah.
his perspective basically is coming from who he sees daily and the
He
behavior.
going to the club. That's obviously what he's doing. Instead of
Well,
going to Top Golf and things like that. Like you're not going to feel threatened
I mean, environment.
and
We got to also understand this. Environment is everything, and uh, I was telling somebody the other day, like, I don't like being in North Omaha because it triggers me from all of the shit I went through from hustling and just being in North Omaha when I was in the prime of being a fucking parasite. I don't like being in North Omaha. There is a bigger world out there, like Shay said. Once you experience that, going into a restaurant and ordering your chicken and getting it within 5 minutes and not having to wait outside at Popeyes on 60th and Ames for 45 minutes for a fucking a two-piece, your world opens up. I know this might offend a lot of people, but your world opens up when you start.
you're offending me. You're offending me because
Well, offended.
because no, because the reason why you're offending me is because I also with that being said, it also been a lot of good things that happened in the hood. I actually had a coach that was wonderful when I played for OHA, which
Shout
is
out to Coach
Omaha
Gainey.
Housing Authority. Shout out to Gainey, salute, and everybody that's dude. You already know everybody that's a certain age that came through the projects, whether it's Hilltop, South Family, Vietnam, Spencer, we all came together and we played. And I got football pictures of a lot of people from a lot of different hoods. So I like the hood and what it can be. Because I seen it good in 1989. 1989, I'm an old head. So in 1989, it was beautiful how they was trying to keep it together in the hoods. To me, we don't have that no more. They got rid of the projects. The projects was beautiful. That was like a village to me, man. That was like home. It was rough, but it taught me so much character. I love it. You know what I mean? That's
But
why I
in
said
2025, there should be no projects, sir. Um, I don't disagree with you. We were part of a impoverished family coming from California and living in a project.
it's some brilliant people that then came out the projects, whether you believe that or not.
I'm not
I wish
questioning
I
that.
had some research. If I known we was tapping into this subject, I would have tapped into some research and I'd have been able to give you some names of some people that had made it out the hood that you will be surprised. And that's what it do. That's what the hood do for you. That's why I appreciate the hood. That's why I said the hood could be a good and a bad thing, dude. And that's the point I
I
was
don't
making.
appreciate the hood. I fucking hate the hood.
No, don't do that. Don't do
It
that. It
built it
build
built my
character. No, you know why I built character? Can I tell you something? What it did to certain individuals that I knew that I grew up with and I love to this day. And these niggas might not even know this or even be aware of it. And it make me cry. It make me cry because 15-year-old partners of mine, they had to take care of their whole family, dog. Mama wasn't capable of doing it. Daddy wasn't capable of doing it. That to me, when you talk about superhero spirits and that's what we are, that's what
Carl,
that mean to me. When
you
I
know what
see,
I see when I think about the hood? This is what I see when I think
oh,
about the hood. This is what I see when I think about the hood. God damn it. It won't populate. Boy, you lucky. I got a boys in the
no,
hood.
I ain't lucky. That wasn't meant.
I
That
got a
wasn't
boys in
meant.
the
You
hood
was
clip. I was
you was
about to play.
disrupting my message.
Yay! I got
No, no,
huh?
no, I know. That's cute. That's cute and that's funny. But in reality, I seen dudes take care of a whole family that's 15. 15 couldn't even graduate because they had to hustle.
Carl,
Like
that don't make it
this
right.
is what people don't understand
That don't
about
make it
the
right though, Carl.
no,
Like
I ain't said it was right. I said it was necessary. I ain't say it was right.
a
Sometimes,
15-year-old having
sometimes
to
things,
take care of a family is the definition of fucking trauma. A 15 year
man, that's
old
trauma. But it either bends, it either makes you or break you. That's the point I'm trying to make. This is what made me realize that I had to be a little bit different towards my son because what I thought made me ain't gonna necessarily make him. And I had to learn this as a parent. Like I'm on the go learning as a parent. You feel me? Because I still feel young, I still feel vibrant, and I'm still immature. So I had to learn. I'm still learning as we go. As we speak, me and you talk on a daily basis, dude. I learn from you every day. It's a privilege to talk to you every day.
man, that shit gave me chills, cuz, and I really appreciate that because without you, I wouldn't have the brilliant mind that I got. So I got a question for you, cuz. What do you think you could do better as a parent for your son? If you had one thing that you feel like you could, if you could just wake up tomorrow and like fix or retrain yourself to be a better father in that angle, what would it be?
It would be that I would have a lot more understanding and I wouldn't expect him to learn like I learned. I think that the way I learned and what I just told you that I appreciate about certain individuals, I expected my son to have them same qualities. But he had a dad, he had a mom. He wasn't in a situation where I had to hit him with the major pain attitude or even the behavior because he didn't need that from me. You know what I mean? He
He grew
needed
up in a two parent
understanding.
household. A lot of us didn't. He grew up in a two parents house. That's why I like as mad as I would like to get at my kids sometimes from how spoiled or entitled or how corny they be sounding. I'd be like, shit, they grew up with two good ass parents. That's the way it's supposed to work. When you are raised by two parents that decide to fucking do this together and be a village, it is a difference between being raised by a single mother. When my father and my mom divorced, that was the most traumatic shit that ever happened to me. The man of the house was gone. No more
Hey,
struggling.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, excuse me, but we didn't tapped into that conversation before, and one time I asked you what's worse, having a father and going through a divorce situation, or not having a father at all. And I think you told me actually having a father and then losing him in a divorce process because you lose the communication with the pops. Not to even discuss
No,
this because
no,
shout
please
out to Big
discuss it.
Anthony, I love him.
Please discuss it. We're
Huh?
discussing it. It's a great conversation to be had. We're discussing it. Go right ahead. No
Okay.
gloves is being pulled off.
No. We I asked you what was worse, growing up with a dad and then losing them to a divorce situation or not having a dad at all. And you told me, and then I took in consideration what you said. You told me that having a dad and being in a divorce situation is worse than not having a dad at all. Because really, when you don't have a dad, you can't miss what you never had. And
Well,
and and,
well,
and, and
also we're both juniors. So imagine being Anthony Johnson Jr. and then like my dad just don't fuck with us like that. And much love to my father. Me and my father got an amazing relationship now. And this is what comes with growing up and being an adult. In the process of when I was a teenager, my dad was a fucking scumbag. So he was too busy running the streets, being a player, and my mom was too busy running around chasing them with knives and shit like that for me to really understand what was happening. So my dad couldn't really come around us because he was too busy being a scumbag. But the older I got and the more conversations we had, it all made sense to me. And I will say this, I'll never forget it. When I had to explain to my son that I used to cheat on his mom, that was the most disheartening shit ever to discuss ever to my child. Because my son never understood it. So with the situation with my past ex, my son was like, why are you so hurt? Why are you so sad? I was like, well, I never cheated on her. I was very faithful. I used to cheat on your mom. Those type of conversations to be had with a child, hopefully it built some character for my son too, because my son looks at me different too. He looks at me like, I didn't want to be Superman, man. I wanted my son to know I made a lot of fucking mistakes. And to be honest with you, I think I gained more respect for my son because he could not understand why I was so fucking wrapped around this broad when I was
Hey, dog, you unpacking right now.
yo,
Hey, my nigga, the 3 weeks you had some luggage you had to get rid. You had to unpack right now. salute to my dude Anthony Dude Johnson for being vulnerable and telling that story. I appreciate that, and I love to see that, man. I do. I truly
appreciate
do.
it. Let's get to the next topic, man. So
Let's go. Let's tap in.
Should we talk about the guy that's in the women's bathroom, or should we talk about the young lady, the influencer? Let's talk about the influencer that's talking about everybody's broke right now, and if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. This is a very deep conversation to be had because so many people are struggling financially right now. When you said hurt people, this is, to me, this is a huge part of the problem. Financial burdens for people right now is so heavy. Everybody's broke. Everybody's borrowing, robbing Peter to pay Paul, that you almost don't get to hang out with your friends, your family. There was a situation recently to my son. He wanted to go bowling, and one of our family members didn't have money. And I explained to my son, when you have events, son, you have to understand everybody don't have money. I'll make sure they're okay to go because you know me, I'm gonna make sure everybody good. But you have to also put in the equation when you're inviting people to these places like Dave & Buster's, Applebee's, to places that cost money. You have to make sure that you ask them, hey, do you have money to go here? You don't just put people in a situation where you're inviting them somewhere and then when they don't show up, you're offended because they don't have money to show up. Let's watch the clip. We'll be right back with y'all.
I think now is a really, really good time to remind everybody that being broke is not a personal failing. It is a systemic one. And it is not a reason to eliminate yourself from connection and from access to your community. For many, many years, I appeared to be a really terrible friend because I was super flaky because I was broke. And I was too ashamed and in too much financial depression to admit to my people that the reason why I couldn't go get coffee is because I had negative $25 in my bank account at any given day, and that was a good day. And I want to remind people that now is a really, really great time to offer accessible and free opportunities to see your friends. I am not the person that you need to go have dinner with. If I suggest dinner, babe, tell me let's go on a walk instead, and you don't have to say anything else. You don't have to say anything else. But we need to be incredibly aware of the fact that people ain't got it, and that's not a reason to not have community. Now is not the time to be ashamed of being broke. Now is not the time to shame the people we love for being broke. At the end of the day, we still need each other, and I will be damned if somebody that I love feels like they can't tell me that they ain't got it right now. Babe, none of us got it right now. Whether we're pretending we do or we don't, none of us got it right now. So we don't have to go to dinner. We don't have to get wine. We don't have to go shopping. Let's go on a walk. Come over to my house. We'll share a broke charcuterie of American cheese and Ritz crackers. That is good with me. Because I be having that anyway. But yeah, I'm really, really focusing in on the fact that we need each other now more than ever. And one of the greatest weapons and tools of capitalism is that it forces those who need relationships the most out of them because they don't have money to keep up, especially today. There is nothing to keep up with. When community truly exists, there is no price to pay. There is no price for entry. You do not need to go to a nice 4-course meal in order to have friendship with me. And we all need to be saying that to the people that we love. It is not the time to be too ashamed to say you ain't got it. And more importantly, on the other side of that, we need to be incredibly aware of the financial landscape of the world, the systemic landscape of the world, and the fact that people need to know that we are a safe place even when they don't got it, and that they are deserving of friendship with us. I would rather see my people completely for free, because you ain't got to trick me into a good time. Because if I ain't got to spend money with you, I'm happy. I would rather see my people for free than not see you at all. I would rather see.
All right, all right. So that's the actual clip, man. And I'll be the first to say, we are definitely living in hard times, man. And I know people don't got it. And to be honest with you, cuz I'm the type of person, staff, manager, employee. Like, say for example, I'll go to the gas station to get donuts. I make sure I get donuts for everybody. I don't want people to feel like they don't have it. I just do my part, and I always feel like when I pay it forward like that, God got me. So even if I don't have $10 to spend on getting like my staff breakfast sandwiches, I just think God got me. I'm somehow, some way, I'm gonna get that $10 back. Whether it's beating Cal at the game, whether it's fucking hitting the parlay, but doing the right thing, making sure that people have don't feel like left out. Like, people be hungry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the type of staff that like get a breakfast sandwich for myself. I'll try to get 4 breakfast sandwiches. Anybody want a breakfast sandwich? That's just how I'm built. I don't know, because I've been that person that didn't have it, and this is the most disheartening thing to go to work. I couldn't imagine being the 21-year-old I was then, like not having much and having to work overtime just to feed my family and not being able to fucking buy myself a breakfast sandwich. We are living in dark times, and that's why a lot of people don't do shit. That's why a lot of people don't get to go nowhere. That's why even going to the movies costs $50. Who has that to just go see a movie?
Well, what I realize is that in our culture that we like to be entertained, and we like to entertain even when we don't have it. And this is what I'm learning. I'm learning that we go find a way to party even if we don't got it. You know what I mean? And I think that is just totally, the wrong way to look at things. When I talk to my European friends, they talking to me about gas prices, what's going on in the world, and like she was saying, the lady in the clip was stating that we don't understand the climate of the world and what's going on around us to even have enough sense to realize that we're being foolish and reckless. Like, I'm not buying 4 sandwiches. I'm just not gonna eat a sandwich, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's not that I'm being a cheapskate or even trying to look out for somebody. I just have to be financially smarter than that. You know what I mean? And and people have to be financially smart, and we have to learn discipline in order. We don't. That's what the chick was saying in the clip.
I was
Go
saying
ahead.
I just include people. So what I was saying is, like, for example, my sister. Every morning I go into the gas station and I ask my sister, does she want something? I don't ask her if she's going to pay for it. I normally just pay for her food because she's my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say, hey, you want something out of the gas station? Here's my debit card. Get whatever you want. That's just who I am, because I know people ain't got it. Like, I know I'm working 2 fucking jobs and busting my ass, and I ain't got it. I'm out here robbing Peter to pay Paul right now as we speak. But somehow, some way, my lights is on, my car is working, and I'm blessed. So every day I pray, every day I wake up and make sure I do the right thing. But everybody's financially struggling. That's a fucking fact. We got another 2 topics that I would like to touch on. We'll probably just get one in.
No, let's do both. You don't want to do both? You all right? You can't do both?
We got 16 minutes.
Okay.
Let's discuss the fella that was pulled over. This speaks volumes on police officers. Me and Savio talk about police officers and empathy all the time. Where do y'all see this clip? A guy was suffering a stroke. They pulled over. He was parked. He was just leaving work, but he decided to pull over because he didn't feel good, and he was having a stroke. They put him in this jail cell. He sat in there for 6 hours, rolling around on the ground, urinating all over himself, foaming at the mouth. They wind up. Let's watch the clip. We'll be right back with y'all.
He needed help. And what he got was a shell that turned into a coffin.
Kingsley Bimpong flops around on a cell floor.
It's horrific video to watch.
He's lying in his own urine. Guards walk by and look in as part of their legally mandated well-being checks, but for hours do nothing. Nothing until it was too late.
He was suffering immensely.
Katie Bennett is a lawyer representing Kingsley's family. She's suing Dakota County, but says the real story starts hours before Kingsley was booked into the jail, unable to even stand on his own, accused of a crime he did not commit.
Which makes it particularly hard to watch him suffering from something at no fault of his own.
The story starts here, at the United States Post Office's Eagan Distribution Center. Kingsley works the night shift. He began complaining of a headache and then just vanished from his job. Records show an Eagan police officer spotted him driving his maroon car the wrong way on Pilot Knob Road, in oncoming traffic, bumping into the center median. He was pulled over.
Maroon Ford Edge registered to a Kingsley Bimpong.
According to the police report, Kingsley was extremely confused, did not know where he lived, and did not know where he worked, even though he was wearing a USPS vest.
Hey, Kingsley.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I don't know.
Kingsley just kept repeating, "I don't know," and was unable to do standard field sobriety tests.
And things just go downhill from there.
There was no sign or smell of alcohol.
Hey, if you're free, can you come over here, please?
So Officer Martin Jensen, Eagan's Specialized Drug Recognition Evaluator, or DRE, was called to the scene. DRE officers go through advanced training by the Minnesota State Patrol to help identify drivers impaired by drugs and distinguish them from those suffering medical emergencies. They're trained on a 12-step process. But according to Bennett, that protocol was ignored.
Basically, none of those are done.
The lawsuit alleges Officer Jensen can be heard on body cam saying doing a DRE evaluation would just be a whole bunch of time wasted. And when asked if Kingsley should be taken to the hospital, the DRE officer responded, "For what?" Kingsley was arrested, charged with DWI, and taken by Officer Jensen to Dakota County Jail, where he was so disoriented he was unable to even complete booking. Instead of getting a medical screening, jail video shows he was placed in a cell. Minutes later, he falls, and hour after hour after hour, he rolls on the floor, unable to stand, urinating on himself repeatedly. Guards look in and document inmate and cell okay.
Paperwork says they checked on him and he was okay.
He was clearly not okay.
What was he?
Dying.
More than 3 hours went by until a female guard noted he was foaming at the mouth, having seizure-like activity, and the jail nurse was finally called.
Come on, son. Belly up. Wake up. Wake up.
Acting on the information that he was on drugs, she administers Narcan, with no results.
Come on.
Can you look at me?
Wake up.
As paramedics arrive, you can hear a guard and nurse discuss how Kingsley was ignored, the so-called well-being checks, just for show.
He said he's been like that all night. Not to worry about it.
No, that's not okay.
Well, this person is not checking when he's doing rounds. He's just walking by and scanning.
Finally, taken to the hospital, where it was determined he'd been suffering for hours when every minute counted from an untreated stroke.
Well, I thought I lost you there for a second, man. I pushing the wrong buttons. What do you think about that clip, Carl, man? That shit was very disheartening and disgusting to watch. We discussed it already over the phone, but I was trying to explain to you, like, police officers, like, they lack empathy, man. And
Can I tell you where the officer went wrong?
Where?
He skipped the 12 steps, the process that they're supposed to go through. And I don't know if they paint the narrative. That's what I believe. I honestly believe they paint the narrative like he skipped the 12 steps. Like whether he skipped the 12 steps or not, they saying he did. That's what they go play on. Like that he didn't follow the
But
proper procedures.
there was 20 other officers that witnessed this, and this is what I understand. If he took a breathalyzer test and it didn't show any signs of alcohol, right then and right there, it should have been a red flag that this
That's
man.
because you know how many different you could be impaired off of all kind of things that don't have nothing to do with alcohol. So if you take a breathalyzer for alcohol, but you offer a Percocet 30 or 10 or whatever it may be, you're not gonna test that you're positive. I just think that the officer, by admitting that saying that he didn't follow the steps, he's going to eat the case because he's going to play like he was negligent on following the proper procedure. They're going to pay the young man's family. They're going to do that. And what they're going to do is act like the officer was negligent, just him, and not look at this as a whole, as it being an issue and taking further steps in getting better and making sure that everybody is accountable for their
But Carl,
procedures that they
but
follow.
but if you hand off a prisoner to me, you're the officer. You hand off the prisoner to me. I am the security guard of this prison. I am now accountable for the guy that you just handed me. And if I'm checking off, he's okay when I do my rounds and he's on the fucking ground urinating on himself and foaming at the mouth, I failed. So it's not just the officer's fault. It's everybody involved in the situation, from the people at the front desk, from the officers that helped walk him into the fucking.
Can I tell you this?
Yeah.
You in the field, and I don't want to discuss this because you're actually in the field, and I don't want you to ever be in a situation where you have to deal with this. But you're in the field where you're a mandatory reporter. Anytime you have to do documentations and things like this, you're considered a mandatory reporter, dude. Teachers, anybody that looks over our healthcare people are considered mandatory reporters, and that's what you are. When you have a fellow employee that you trust and they say make a statement to you, oh, he just whatever it may be, or whatever the officer may have been thinking, you're gonna take his word, which is not the
No, I would
proper.
never. No, I would never take anybody's word. I have my own eyes. So for
You're
example,
a smart man.
so
You're a
for
smart
example,
man.
I had an individual. I won't say their name, but I had an individual, and I just knew that they were acting weird. Now, I've never seen them act that way, and I decided to, call the WebMD. We have to call this company called WebMD or whatever. They said, "Oh, we need to rush him to the hospital." We take him to the hospital. He almost died. He had, like, what is it called, septic, where like he had an infection or whatever. He almost died.
Hey,
But if I would have just went off of, oh, he's fine, he just probably tired today. No, I know him, and he doesn't act like that. Something is wrong with my guy. Period. So
that's you being a good mandatory reporter and understanding the individual you work with.
I agree.
These people obviously, and you told me this in our argument, and I'm using it against you, but you actually brought it up to me. You said they do not know that guy, correct?
Yeah.
So you want to know his behavior, whether it's wrong or right, whether it's really medical, whether he's really high,
Oh,
whether
they take CPR classes, they take medical classes to see signs of overdose, to see signs of strokes, to see signs.
imagine how many people come in that jail cell, and I don't want to sound inconsiderate of the young man's family of the unfortunate, because it was heinous how they seen the whole scene. That was terrible, and that's just I don't know how to explain that, but it's a tough situation when you have to report stuff and document stuff, and then they got the documentation of them stating that it's okay and it's all right. It's totally out of line. I don't even know what to say about it, because it's important that everybody that reports and document information that don't don't violate HIPAA.
All right, let's we might be able to land this last topic. We got 5 minutes.
All right.
5 more minutes. Let's watch the clip of the transgender guy that was walking around. They said he was walking around in the women's bathroom with a horse dick. Pause.
Horse. Whoa.
Yeah,
You
that's
took.
that's what
Whoa.
they said.
You didn't. One. You didn't even tell me it's gonna land like that. That one.
That's what they said. They said he had a horse
I
penis.
know. I don't know who is they, but
They
me
said
and you
he
be
had a
having
horse penis.
discussions. You ain't never
He had
said
a
that
horse
to me.
penis.
You have
Let me
never used
land.
those words.
Bro,
Listen,
let me
people,
land,
we do
bro.
not talk like that when we're having private conversations.
Let
I
me
just
land.
want everybody to be aware of this.
Let me land,
Dude, am I
bro.
right?
Let me land, bro.
Dude, am I
He
right?
had a
You
horse
have
penis.
never described a
Let me
man's
land.
organ as a horse. You have never done
I'm about to
that.
quit. I'm about to quit,
You
Carl.
should quit because you have never done that. Wait, I want to be clear about that. Let's be clear.
Hey, they said, let's watch the clip. They said he's walking around. He's walking around in women's. He said he's
I
trans.
hope they said it in the clip. Let's see.
Carl, let me land. They said that the man literally was walking around in the women's bathroom with a horse penis, and he was saying he was transgender. Let's watch the clip.
They said, okay, let's see. I hope so.
How are you? Did you tell me or not that women like to see
I'm
dick?
the guy asking you a fucking question.
Exactly,
How's that?
exactly. Get out of the way now. No, now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No.
That's fine. I want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay. I understand. I'm not calling.
I just want to say he obviously had a horse penis because she sounded petrified.
Hey, can I say something?
She sounded petrified.
Dude,
What, Carl?
you know I'm tapping into my comedic side. Can I say this?
I got my hands up because I'm an innocent bystander. I don't want no smoke.
Good, because it don't got nothing to do with you. But what's funny is she sounded like she was jealous. One, because she's the only girl that's complaining, mind you. If it was several other women in the gym, nobody else came out and made a statement. She sounded like she was envious of the man that was able to have, and he was kind of facetious about it, to be honest with you. No weirdo shit.
I think it's a sick fetish. I think that people are going to pretend to be transgender just to be able to walk around and watch women get undressed. And I think that guy was a fucking pervert. That's my personal opinion. From what I seen, he did not look like some feminine dude that's a transgender. He looked like a man that was in a women's bathroom.
No, that was a woman that wished she had what he had. She was mad that he didn't want it. I know that's deep. I know it sound weird, but see, I didn't want to go into this. See, you got me on these topics though. We could discuss it though.
She said in another clip. She said he's walking around naked with a big ass dick. Pause. Yo, man. Fuck that shit. We done.
Oh.
I don't want to discuss penis size, man.
No, this is giving me life, not the discussion, just the entertain. Oh yeah, nah, that's cute. Yeah. I deserve that because you the one started this. But I'm telling you what the issue is. The issue is the young lady is offended because she wants to be a man. I seen her. She looks very muscular, very strong, and she has some testosterone. I can't say that word properly right now. Yes, she has a lot of that built up in her. And then when she seen this guy and the ladies was impressed, I know.
Dog, you sound so fucking sexist, dog. What the fuck? I don't know why. Some told me.
No, I'm literally, listen, I'm not on her side because I think she was doing it out of being jealous because no one else complained but her. I seen this story. Nobody else complained. She made a scene. She was yelling at the top of her lungs at the desk. It wasn't nothing serious. Because if she was serious about it, she would have just.
It is serious. Listen, if a woman is walking around with big ass titties in the man's bathroom, I would be appalled myself. I would be like, "Hey,
you gonna be appalled, man?
Hey,
That
she don't belong.
You've been funny.
She don't belong.
You gonna be appalled if you're a homosexual male. You're not a homosexual male. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The lady is a
bathroom. Can I just be a Paul Bell's bathroom?
no. That lady was a lesbian, and she was mad that the man was able.
We got what we say though. We're not talking about lesbians and no. Hey guys.
It's time.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends.
Hey, wait. Can I do this real quick, dude? Can I do this real fast?
Yeah.
Tenderism, man. I'm sorry, dude. I couldn't help it. You don't know what that is, dude?
What was that?
You don't know what that is? Oh, yeah, you don't know what that is. I'm sorry, man.
Carl.
Go ahead, dude.
You out of the camera? You done? All right, look.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is the
done.
Smartest Dumb People. Anthony, that dude Johnson. Barl T in the building. Y'all have a great night. Salute. God damn it. Buddy clip.
Hey, yo, what's up? Have you seen the Smartest Dumb People podcast?
Yo, are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever. The Smartest Dumb People podcast cover everything. With Anthony that dude Johnson and special guests, you're about to learn everything you need to know about everything you need to know. Man, I even had to buy a new pair of glasses after watching the show. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all do it on Facebook, Instagram. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. So stop wasting your time watching other podcasts. It's the only one you need.